Go.
Okay, so for my final major project, I'm trying to do a EP that is inspired by folk rock, and I've been taking songwriting techniques and instrumentation styles from that genre to make 3 original tracks and a cover track. And I've also been looking at key artists such as Laura Marling and King Charles and Bob Dylan and Neil Young and some other people. And I've been just working on those tracks pretty much for the past couple of weeks. And some of the research I've done is I did a microphone test to check what would be the best way to record sounds for different instruments. So for the acoustic guitar, I tried 4 different types of microphones and found that the NT5 one was the best for recording. And I've done analysis into different lyrical stylings that my artists have done, written with, and I've been comparing them against each other because some of them talk about more complex ideas and some of them are more simplistic and just stories. So I've been focusing on what is the best way to write for this genre, and I've been just reading and analysing for a bit. So what have I learned? I've learned that there is a lot of depth to the lyrics in this genre, and it's quite quite a key point, because if I found that a lot of the people talk about stuff they use metaphors and stuff. It's like writing poems and stuff like that. They take influence from different styles of literature. People like Laura Marling, who I'm studying, she's looked at people she's read books by John Steinbeck and Shakespeare and taken all that stuff and just influenced her writing. And she also writes from points of view from dreams and stuff like that. And I've also found that the styles of music, even within this one genre, are really wide, because there's different rhythmic ideas even with the guitar that's really interesting. And I've just been doing a lot of research into what would be the best style for me to be able to get that. What I still need to do is I need to continue to record live sounds so I can focus on the actual best way from the listener to hear the sound that I want to create. So I've been focusing on stuff trying to pan different sounds and stuff like that, which I need to do, and I also need to record vocals as well. And I think that's it.
Do you have any examples we can listen to?
I do. Well, I have some stuff on SoundCloud that they're not very good versions, but I have some stuff that I've been different melody ideas I was working on, some other stuff, but
that's all that stuff's great.
How to play chords along with the guitar, but they're pretty rough versions. So this one, I don't know if it's going to play.
Should do.
So this one was a rough, it's not quantized well, but it was from Logic and how I plan on playing the melody with a double bass as well, so I copy each other. So they follow each other. It's pretty repetitive.
So is that actually going to become one of your songs, or is that just a demo of techniques you've been trying out?
So it started off being techniques I tried out, and then I thought if I want to include, I want to include it as a song. So I thought about ways I can make it structurally different. So the beginning is the piano and the double bass, and then from the verse it's just a double bass, but it will be with the guitar as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it made me think more about how I'm actually going to lay out the song to be able to do that.
Okay, so
it
you
was a
gave
good
the idea for
starting
the
point for
arrangement.
me. But
So in that particular example, would you use all the same instrumentation but recorded
live.
for real?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you got players?
We've got players.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to play the piano and try and do the bass as well.
Okay.
But
Right, so that makes it
I
a lot
can
easier.
get people to help me.
Well, it's a lot easier if you can play them all yourself.
Yeah.
Have you got any examples of the songwriting part of that there? Because I suppose you haven't recorded vocals yet.
Not with me.
Well, any other examples you want to play?
I don't know. I haven't really seen this, but this is another one of me trying to work with. This one I did work with Amina before. To play, working out chords with guitar bar. Yeah, it's sort of like how I'm focusing on the rhythm in the song as well as with the piano.
So it's working out your rhythmic
Yeah.
ideas.
That's what I've been trying to focus on a little bit because I found that's quite popular in genre. So.
All right, I've got a question directly related to something you said.
Okay.
On your need to do list, you said you need to record some guitar or live sounds. You need to record vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you've written all the lyrics?
I have 80% of that makes it.
80%. So you still need to do a little bit of lyrics.
Yeah.
But you're 80% there. 80% as in most of the songs are complete and one's not quite complete? Or they're all
80% of the lyrics, I just need to record some more of the instruments. But yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Don't give yourself too much to do where you're trying to write a new song in the last week of term, because that would be very stressful. Right, guys, you've seen Niamh's presentation. Ask us some stuff, please.
Why did you choose that specific mic for the acoustic guitar? What made you choose it?
Well, I did test and I did. I used the SM57 and the MT5, and I just thought it sounded best set up because it was all quite close to the guitar. So I've also found that if I wanted to record it to be best suited to my playing, I'd do it a bit further away as well. Like I thought about where the microphones were positioned, and then I did a test where I used all three of them at once and played the same thing, and then soloed each of them and listened to what I thought was the best sound for this style of music. So I just thought it would be the best.
Have you got any example of doing that on your blog?
I've got it, I just haven't posted it.
Yeah, that sounds like a great bit of research, practical research. More questions, Rihanna.
What problems have you faced, or do you think you might face?
I've been stuck quite a bit with lyrics. That's one of my problems because I think I've focused too much on the fact that people who I've studied within this genre have gone into a lot of detail. Apart from people like Bob Dylan who are quite simplistic with some of their songs, but I've tried too hard to make it too specific, which was one of the things, and it's taken up quite a lot of time. So I think something I should focus on is not worrying too much about it.
What trying to you mean having like one particular message for a song?
Yeah.
And then you're struggling to complete the lyrics following that message?
Exactly. So I focused on an idea, and then it just I kept getting stuck because I was like, what else can I write about this idea? And then I was like, I don't know, so...
Just repeat the chorus.
Try it.
You got any more questions?
How's your research affect what you've done? Like, how's it put you in your direction?
So the research I did with the microphone test, and I've also done a bit more research into the way they actually play, like different styles and like different guitars to use and all that stuff. So it's put me in a good position to be able to make my recording easier. So I thought about using a more classical guitar. So I found it easier to play with that, and it sounds better on a recording. So doing actual practical stuff and finding out what artists like this use, and then take it on board has really actually helped me.
Great. Did you find you're using the same guitar type as the people you're studying, or did it end up being different?
Yeah,
but you found the best one for you.
It changed a bit because I took So I found Laura Marley uses a classical style guitar for some of the stuff, and then she moves to electroacoustic for some of the other stuff, and then just electric. So they all like, that's what I was saying as well about how the fact that it's like varied within a genre, like it's different sounds, but it's still the same genre. And people like King Charles uses a lot of electric stuff, but also moves like it's just quite fast. And thought I took inspiration from that idea because I liked one of her songs that sounded that way, so I used a classical guitar from one of them.
Cool. So your equipment is directly influenced by your research. What are your plans over the coming weeks?
So I'm trying to finish the last 20% of my lyrics and get my final sound down, and I'm also trying to create artwork for it as well. So that'll be good.
So with the recordings, you got 4 songs to record, 3 songs to record.
Yeah, I've to cover one as well. I've got to record, which I haven't done yet, but
Have you booked the time?
yeah.
Okay.
Session today.
Oh, great. What time?
2 till 4.
Perfect. Okay. Hope it goes well. Okay, great. Well done. Are we going to clap?
Shall I leave the slides on?
Yes, please.